Hi, my dear Virgos. Welcome to Lunar Tarot. This is your reading for the remaining part of July. I've already shuffled and spread your cards so that we can directly go to the reading. Alright, let's just begin your reading. So, in your recent past, the dominant energy was of Tower. Somewhere in your life, you underwent a massive uh, a phase where you underwent a massive transformation, where you felt as if your world was split apart, as if everything went into shambles. And generally it relates to one field, but with Virgo heads, it's always every field is connected. If one thing gets impacted, everything gets impacted, right? So in your recent past, something that you really believed in went into shambles. Something uh, where it wasn't really your doing, it was more like divine intervention, where you really desired something but it couldn't really come true, or maybe you really believed in a connection, in something, but it really didn't really come up to your expectations. Instead, you had to undergo a massive, what's the word, destruction phase. You felt destroyed, you were destroyed, right? And then Page of Wands, some kind of manifestation opportunity came up, a tiny manifestation opportunity, and it was hand in hand with Four of Pentacles. So there was an opportunity, maybe an idea inside your own mind, maybe an opportunity by suggested by someone, like you applied for a job or you came up with a new idea, but it was a page. It didn't, like, you couldn't really act upon it exactly, or it didn't really pop up as it is, but you had an idea of doing something. But because you were undergoing so many changes, the tower had just happened, deep inside you were psychologically, spiritually, emotionally impacted, that maybe you used it, maybe you didn't, I don't know that, right? But there was some kind of manifestation window open for you to maybe create something better for your life, create something new in your life. However, right beside it was Four of Pentacles. So you were pretty stingy in your life, or you were trying to save your resources in your life. It, like, I don't know if you needed to be stingy, or I don't know if you were being smart about it, because if you have in abundance, then it's rather stingy, right, to not spend on yourself. But if you do not have that kind of abundance, then sometimes people know the value of every penny, because they know the significance of saving. So maybe for this opportunity you were saving, maybe because this opportunity came, maybe you took this opportunity to save. I don't know, like maybe you never considered doing a job and then decided to do a job to save more money, but your focus was on money, and it was more about saving more money to attain some goals. And maybe because the dominant energy was of Tower, so maybe you underwent such a massive transformation, such a massive shift, where your entire world went topsy-turvy. And then whether you manifested this dream or opportunity or not, I'm not sure, but your focus was quite on finance, where you wanted to save as much as possible. Okay, that was your past. Then coming over, shifting to your present. In your immediate reality, the dominant energies of Three of Wands, Taurus had the same. A lot many people are right now in this, either now or in future, are in this reflective phase where they have done a lot, but they are taking a pause to consider, okay, what else can be done, or where do I want to take my life from here. Okay, whatever I have been doing, but now what next do I want to do. So it's not really an action card, it's more of contemplation, more of reflection phase, right? So many earth signs are finding the same, even other zodiacs for that matter, all the readings I've done today, right? So I mean, this was quite a frequent card. So a lot many people, either in now or in future, are taking some kind of, or in past as well, like there is some kind of in these like there is this energy of taking a pause, where you, though you have been living a certain way, you have been doing so much and having a certain lifestyle, but then you take a pause, a comma, shift, and you be like, all right, do I want to go on the same way, or do I want to change my life? And if I want to change my life, then what needs to be done? What are the changes that are required in my life? So it represents that kind of shift, right? Then in your present, there is Queen of Pentacles, either a feminine energy, a Virgo Gemini, a Virgo Taurus Capricorn. Feminine energy is providing you financial support, or if it is your own energy, then you are pretty financially abundant right now, or else you can, in your present, out of your creativity, you have a chance to create massive financial abundance just with your feminine side, with your nurturing ability, with your feminine side, with your creativity, where if you are in touch with your emotions, you can create massive financial abundance. If you are in touch with your creativity, like, focus on that creativity and like unleash it, express it, showcase it, and that would result in a lot of financial abundance. Then there is Page of Cups in your immediate reality. Page of Cups represents a cup of companionship, a cup of support. So someone in your life is offering you this companionship, this maybe friendly time, and right along with this companionship, there is always a hidden bonus. Like this cup has a fish in it, right? And often, most of the times, 90% times, it's good. Like, say you meet up with someone, you interact with someone, and suddenly the person suggest something that is rather beneficial for you. So in your immediate reality, the dominant energy is you are reflecting a lot, and then there is financial abundance, and then there is companionship being offered to you, there is emotional support being offered to you. Then in your upcoming future, the dominant energy, this was your past and present. In your upcoming future, the dominant energy is of Judgment. This is generally divine's energy, where because it's the time of Saturn that is going on right now. So this card is also recurrent in many readings. So this represents divine accounting for your karmas and doing, finally passing on judgment. All right, you have suffered a lot, now you deserve rewards. Or all right, you did something wrong, you must face the consequences. So good or bad, however your karmas were in your past, and maybe in this birth or previous birth, whatever, but divine sees it all and does justice to it. So in your upcoming future, there is this card of Judgment. Either if it is divine's energy, then you are finally getting the judgment, like, of your success or failure or howsoever. If it is your own energy, then also, because you have undergone a massive ups and downs, like so many experiences, so you are finally passing judgment, like, all right, this thing deserves my attention and resources, this doesn't. This connection deserves my time and affection, this doesn't. So you are finally coming up into this energy of judgment, where you are deciding, all right, what do, because even in your present, you have taken a reflection phase, time out, and in your future, you are finally in a position to pass this judgment, in a position to take a well thought of action decision. Not if it is you, and if it is divine, then also it's based upon your karma and it is well accounted for, right? Then in your future, once this judgment happens, so I can only see positive, because only positive cards are there in your future, so don't worry, there's no negative karma per se as far as the reading goes. And in your upcoming future, there's 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is ultimate fulfillment, where there's this family, maybe you are like deciding to get married or something, or meeting your loved one. Or it's not necessary that emotional fulfillment only happens with a family, right? So here in the card, it shows a couple with kids and house and a village and green pastures and stuff, but it can be anything. It just represents utopia. Your utopia can be with your pets, it can be with your plants. So whatever gives you this emotional fulfillment, can be with a good neighborhood, can be with good friends. Whatever gives you, whatever your idea of a perfect life is, whatever your idea of emotional well-being is, that's what you are attaining in your future. And right beside is emperor. If it is an external energy, then an emperor kind of masculine energy is entering in your life, in your future, who would support you in all aspects. Emperor is an emperor, so he's emperor like emotionally, psychologically, literally, financially, in every aspect. And whatever you would need, your needs would be taken care of. Or else, if it is your own energy, then you are entering this emperor mode, right? So whether you're male or female, that doesn't matter, because emperor is an emperor, and like it's just your energy, right? So with your mind, you would be, after undergoing that judgment energy, like you would decide, okay, enough is enough, and now I need to take lead of my life. And because you would by then have be having an emotionally fulfilled life, you would be able to become the emperor of not just your life, but also the people around you. And emperor, by the way, is an energy which has like all the manifestation ability. Doesn't even need to say it out, everything just lies in his like in front of him the moment he even imagines it or thinks about it, right? However, so this is beautiful, your future is really beautiful, except your past where you underwent the tower, and you were trying to hold on to money tightly because you were insecure or something. uh, in your present is quite nice, where you're thinking things through and you're financially abundant and still have some kind of companionship. In your future also, Saturn is giving you so much, is doing justice to you, is uh, giving you emotional fulfillment, you're getting your utopian life, you're becoming an emperor, or an emperor is entering your life. However, the bottom of the deck is two of swords. Two of swords is a lady, she has two swords and she's sitting beside turbulent water, and there is a moon, right, which is upside down. And by the way, these days the moon is in upside down phase, I just noticed this morning. But anyway, this represents see, she is afraid of there are two interpretations of this card. One, she is afraid of unknown enemies and she's blindfolded. So she doesn't know if there are any person, is there, if there is any person or not, but she's just afraid, and she has taken this defensive position, like if anybody would attack me, I would attack back. But there is not really any enemy. If only she would take out that blindfold, she would open her eyes, she'll see that there is not really any enemy, right? But she is blindfolded, and only when she will take out the blindfold would she realize that there is no enemy, and it's rather not that turbulent of water, it's rather calm, and it's a peaceful and serene area, right? But the moon is upside down, so that's, it represents emotion, the negative trail of thought, emotions going upside down. And the other interpretation is there are two options for this person, this protagonist, where she has to choose between two ways, right? So either you have two options, or else you're trained back of the mind, subconsciously you're thinking negatively, even if so many good things are coming to you. But those things cannot come until you change, you open up that blindfold, stop fearing of unknown enemies. There is no unknown enemy, it's your own fears, it's your own past fears, past experiences still impacting you. Just work upon that negative trail of thoughts, open your eyes, and realize that it's a calm water, it's a nice beachy area, and she can actually have fun. Have fun, open the blindfold, stop being defensive. All right, I hope the reading be helpful for you. Yo, bye, see ya.